All right, today let's start in just a seated forward fold. So legs out in front, relax. Maybe you want to pull your butt out of the way, help you lean forward a little more. And then just let your upper body hang. So we're starting out some nice slow deep breaths. Feeling that stretch along the back of your legs, up your spine into your neck. And then let's gently press into your hands, stack your spine one vertebra at a time. And we'll counter that forward fold with a bridge. So come onto your back, knees bent up. You can just barely touch your heels with your fingertips. Then let's press into the feet, lift your hips. Keep your knees hip width apart, reach your tailbone forward. Squeeze your glutes. And lower back to hips to the floor. And let's roll back up to seated. And let's bring the right leg back into a low lunge. Sink down into your hips. And then place the left hand on the left knee. Let's twist. And curl your back toes under. Let's lift the back knee off the floor. And then lift the left arm in the air. Let's switch directions. So set the back heel down. Place the left hand on the floor and open up to the right. Might need to be up on the fingertips for this one. And let's bring the right hand down, coming into a runner's lunge. Step back into plank. Come into side plank on the left, so right arm up. And then bend the right knee and let's step back into runner's lunge on the other side. And set the back knee down and sink into the left hip. And then place your right hand on your right knee, twist. You know about keeping the abdomen a little active here to protect your spine while you're twisting. And let's curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, and lift your right arm. We're going to switch sides now, so set the back heel down, right hand to the floor, and left arm opens up. Legs strong here, back leg engaged. And then runner's lunge, left hand down. Sinking into that left hip. And then step back to plank. And come into side plank, left arm lifting up. And let's bend that left knee, step into runner's lunge, left leg forward. Set the back knee down. We'll do this one more time. Left hand to left knee, twist. Roll the back toes under, lift the back knee, lift the left arm. Set the back heel down, left hand down, right arm up. Runner's lunge. Plank. Side plank, right arm lifts. Bend your left knee, step forward, runner's lunge. Or your right knee, right leg is forward now. Set the back knee down, sink into your hips. Right hand to right knee, twist. Roll your back toes under, lift your knee, open the right arm to the ceiling. Set the back heel down, plant the right fingertips, lift your left arm. Face the floor, runner's lunge. Step back into plank. Side plank, lift your left arm. And then back to plank. And downward facing dog. Press the floor away. Walk your feet out if that feels good. Throw your triceps in, relax your neck. Push your chest towards your thighs. Bend your knees and lift your hips. And then see if you can straighten the legs a little bit more. Look forward between your hands, hop or step to the front of the mat. Feet hip width apart, knees bent, dangle here. Option to hold your elbows. Maybe sway a little bit side to side. Release your elbows, hands to the floor, and step back into runner's lunge, left leg back. And then we're going to come up into high lunge. So lift your arms, your upper body. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze, press into your feet. Make sure there's not too much of a flare in your lower back, so tailbone reaching down a little bit. And let's open out to warrior two. Heels in line. Stretch and reach your arms in opposite directions. And let's try for the bind. So first start by bringing the upper body forward, reaching forward with the front arm, and then reach under the front leg, the right arm, and behind with the left arm. Maybe you can clasp fingers in a C grip behind your back. And then if you have that, try to open your chest out to the side. Maybe look up to the ceiling if it's comfortable. And release back to warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Kick your hips back. Torso reaching forward just like we did with before the bind. And then bring the right hand to the shin, left arm up, triangle pose. Look up past your fingers. Tuck your chin in towards your shoulder. Legs strong. Make sure your butt's not sticking out, everything in one line. And let's come back to warrior two. And windmill down to runner's lunge. And let's step back to plank. Shift your weight forward, slowly lower all the way to the floor. Cobra pose. And then push back to downward dog. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Look forward between your hands, hop or step to the front of the mat. Hip width between your feet, dangle. If you'd like, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and and lift your fist towards the ceiling. All right, release hands to the floor and let's step the right foot back, runner's lunge. Right up to high lunge, so squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, lift up, arms up. And it's okay to have a little bend in the back leg if that helps decompress the lower back a little bit. Warrior two. Really sinking low into that front leg. Opening up your hips. Knee and toes should be pointing straight forward. And again, we can take the bind as an option. So reach forward with the left arm and then come underneath the front leg with the left arm, around the back with the right. See if you can clasp your fingers. And then open your chest out to the side and look up to the ceiling. Release the bind, come back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg, kick the hips back, reach forward, and then left hand to left shin and reach up with your right fingertips. Looking towards the ceiling, tucking your chin in towards your right deltoid. Legs engaged. And back to warrior two. And windmill down, runner's lunge. Step back into plank. Shift forward, lower all the way to the mat. Cobra pose. And downward dog. This time, lift your right leg. Open your hips out to the side as you bend the right knee. Feel this nice stretch in the legs and hips. And then we're just going to step straight into runner's lunge, right foot forward. Come up to high lunge. Warrior two. Option to do the bind. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Hips back. Torso forward. Triangle pose. Light touch on the shin and then reach up through the left fingertips. Warrior two. Runner's lunge. Plank. Shift forward, halfway down, upward facing dog. So hips are off the floor. And push back to downward facing dog. Take a breath. Lift the left leg, bend the knee, open out to the side. Just trying to make this feel as good as possible. Searching for those nice stretch feelings. And then let's step the left foot forward, runner's lunge. And lift up. Warrior two. Optional bind. Warrior two. Straighten the front leg, hips back, reach forward, triangle. Abdomen in. Reach up through the right fingertips. Warrior two. And runner's lunge. And step back into plank. Shift forward, come down halfway. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward between your hands, hop or step to the front of the mat. This time, toes together, a little space between the heels, and come up into chair. Body weight back. Palms together at the center of your chest, and let's twist to the right. So hooking that elbow on the outer right knee. And then let's shift all the way to the right foot and step the left leg back. Untwist. Standing split. And feet together. Come up into chair. Palms together. Twist to the left. Step your right leg back. Untwist. Standing split. And feet together. And let's bring the butt all the way to the mat. Come onto your back. And let's cross the right ankle onto the left knee. Pull your legs in. Let's release the left foot back to the floor. Keep your right leg crossed on the left, but bump your hips to the right a little bit. And then hold on to the crossed ankle with your left hand. And let your knees fall over to the left. Whatever you want to be doing with the right arm is up to you. Mostly focused on the stretch in the right glute and the outer right thigh. So let's come back to center. This time, cross all the way, like you're wrapping right leg around the left. Bring the knees in a little bit, and then again, fall over to the left. So now this is focused less on the hip and glute and more on the spine. Should feel a pretty deep spine twist here. Untwist your legs, come back to center. Let's hug the knees in. And then cross the left ankle onto the right knee and pull your legs in, figure four. And then release the right foot back to the mat. Bump the hips over to the left a little. Grab the left ankle with the right hand and let your knees come over to the right. Again, aiming for that stretch in the left glute and hip and thigh. Might feel it in one or all of those places. Okay, let's bring the legs back to center. Let's cross the left leg over the right, twisting the legs. And bring the knees in a little bit and then drop over to the right. Bringing this stretch into the spine. And untwist, come back to center. Let's hug the knees in again. Bring the legs out long. And arms come up overhead, so you're reaching your arms overhead. And then bend at the elbows and place your hands on the opposite shoulder blades. So your arms are crossed behind your head. And from here, we're going to take a breath. And then as you exhale, contract your abdomen and lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Make sure you can still breathe. And release back down. And again, take a breath. Exhale, contract, lift arms, head, shoulders. You want your abdomen contracted, but still able to breathe comfortably. And release. Arms come down by your sides. And let's just do one more. This time we're going to be reaching the arms forward as we come up. So take a breath and exhale. Abdomen contracted, reach forward with your arms. Legs can be tight too. And release. And one more time. Take a breath. Contract your abdomen, reach forward with your arms. And come back down. And we'll end again with just one more bridge. So knees bent up. And then let's lift the hips, reach the tailbone forward, squeeze the thighs towards each other so the knees don't splay out. And hips down. Legs long, arms by your sides for Savasana. So as you exhale, let everything release onto your mat. Try to keep your mind focused on how your body is feeling. Doing a slow inventory as you scan down from the top of your head to your toes. Relaxing every muscle you come across. Your mind has wandered, bring it back to your body. Now start to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. If you'd like, bring your arms over your head for a full body stretch. And then either turn onto your side and push up from there or roll on your spine back to seated.